to share the link so that they can watch a ceremony at a later time.
Okay, we're waiting. Should be a few more people.
Can you guys mute yourself?
And then you just scroll to see the other people.
What?
Mrs. Hauk,
Yes.
are we recording? Are we able to record it?
Yes, we're recording already.
Okay. Okay, are we ready to start? Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to just take a quick moment to welcome everyone to our very first virtual Department Awards. And it looks like interesting situations happen, you know, when we least expect them. We've been using Zoom here for the duration of the closures, and it turns out that we have a 100 limit. So we're going to look into seeing how we can make sure we can extend that. We will be recording the ceremony this evening. So if anyone reaches out to you, do me a favor, have them contact me. We will also send an email indicating that we will be posting the link to the recording of the ceremony. Having said that, I want to just really quick welcome our team at the high school, Mrs. Stacy Hauk, our counselor, Ms. Stephanie Castillo, Ms. Fernanda Mast, and then Ms. Marini for she's our counseling secretary, our administrative team, Mr. Sergio Rubio, Blanca Iñiguez. I'm your principal, Joe Apodaca. We also have Mrs. Barcenas, our school secretary, Mr. Rubalcaba, our assistant superintendent, and Mr. Brian Thomason, our superintendent. I also want to take the opportunity always to recognize our board of trustees, Mr. Abdul Mohammed, he's our board president, Mr. Victor Lopez, Mr. David Ross, Mr. John Denault, and Ms. Jill Tucker as well. And thank you so I see some of you in the screen that I have who are here. So I want to thank you for joining us tonight. And as I'm talking to you here, I have my phone I had to turn off because I'm getting text messages and emails from people who are like, hey, what's going on, man? I can't get in. So we will definitely send something out to rectify it. So once again, with having said that, welcome everyone to tonight's ceremony. I want to take this opportunity to give the mic over to ASB to see if they can lead us through the Pledge of Allegiance.
I think Erica Marshall here?
Ms. Marshall, are you around? Are you available?
She's an ASB.
Yes.
Okay, would you mind leading us through the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Can't hear. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, would you lead us through the through the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yeah, sure thing.
Perfect.
Okay, everyone put your right hand on your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance
Allegiance
to the
to the
flag
flag of the United States
of the United States of America and to the
to the
republic
republic
for which it
which
stands,
stands
one nation, under
under
God,
God.
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much, Ms. Marshall.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Erica.
Okay, we're going to begin with our Perfect Attendance Awards, and I'll be presenting those. So each of our students will get a certificate for their recognition, but tonight we'll read out their names and recognize them. So, in no particular order, perfect attendance: Fernanda Chavez Ibarra, Lauren Johnston, Diego Landeros, Elise Milan, Julian Mora, Jacob Sinez Garcia, and Christopher Wheeler. Let's give them a virtual round of applause. Very good. Good job. Moving on, now we have our Ag CTE department. Mr. Mike Campbell will will mention the names of the students receiving those awards. So Mr. Campbell, take it away.
Well, thank you, Mr. Apodaca. I again appreciate the opportunity to present these awards tonight. We wish they could do them in live to recognize our students. Again, thank the parents for allowing their students to take our classes. But in the area of ag mechanics, our winner tonight is Philip Minnick. In ag mechanics 2, Trent Cox. In Mr. Scare, in the vet science course, the winner was Jasmine Biscara. In bio and sustainable ag, the winner was Cassidy Estrada. In advanced discipline science, the winner was Brianna Meza. And in ag leadership, the winner was Ashley Rangel. For Ms. Stiff, the winner for the CAM and agri-science was McKenna Clayton. And the advanced disciplinary science was Ayala Pope. So if we could give all of those students a round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Campbell. We're going to move on now to physical education, and the department lead is Mr. Richard Diaz, but these awards are going to be presented by Mrs. Hauk. So Mrs. Hauk, take it away.
Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. I'm going to present the PE department awards for each teacher. For Mr. Diaz, for his PE 9 classes, the winners are Nikki Marshall, Esmeralda Fonseca, David Aguayo, and Jason Sandoval. For Mr. Horner's PE 9, we have Philip Castro, Ninel Garcia, and then for his weight training class, we have Julian Lopez. For Ms. Horton, PE 9, the outstanding student goes to Luis Perez. For PE spinning, we have Nayeli Lopez. And for PE, we have Diego Valencia Tijerina. And then for Mrs. Jimenez, her weight training class, we have Brennan Herman. For our stretching mobility / yoga class, Catherine Mora. And for her PE 9 class, we have Jessie Chavarin. Let's give the students a round of applause, please. Thank you guys. Great job in PE.
Okay, the next awards are for the English department. Is Ms. Keaton on board here?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, Ms. Keaton, good afternoon. You got the English awards.
Thank you. So the following students have excelled in English and language arts at Imperial High School. For Mrs. Andrews, English 9, Rafael Aguirre. English 10, Nayeli Lopez. ELD, Mary Aranza Vera. For Mrs. Gardner, English 9, Emily Holiday. For Miss Guerrero, English 11, Aurora Leal. And Victor I'm going to mess up his name, Anigua. English 9 for my class, Reagan Knight. And English 10 honors, Denise Figueroa and Maisha Amir. For Mr. Ortiz, English 11, Hallie Canizales. English 12, Sydney Salomon. Publications, Natalia Elizaradas and Morgan Enns. For Mr. Pancioni, English 9, Diego Valencia Tijerina. For Ms. Slomsky, English 11, Jacqueline Gonzalez. English 11 honors, Axel Abrica. AP English Lit, Marissa Wong. For Ms. Ray, English 12, Fausto Lizarde. And ERWC, Kylie Macate. For Mrs. Torres, English 10, Alexia Esquives. And English 12, Christopher Benedict.
Give him a round of applause. Okay, moving on to math. Ms. Lopez, are you in? I think I got a text from her earlier that she wasn't able to get in.
Yeah, I reached the max capacity.
Okay,
I'll go ahead and sign out, and then that way she can come in. Okay?
okay, that's fine.
Okay, just text her to see if she can try logging back in.
You should be in there. Turn that one off. Are you in?
To call her.
We can go on to foreign language, Mr. Apodaca. I'm doing that one. That's
She's
next.
trying to log in.
Okay.
Ms. Lopez is trying to log in. Okay.
Technical difficulties, guys. Sorry.
Do we have any math teachers in here?
I can read the names. Okay, we ready? Let's move forward with math. There's one thing I know about math is I can read math names. I can't do much math, but I can read the names. So I feel pretty good. So Miss Alejandra Lopez is the math lead. So let's start off with the recognition for math tonight. For Mr. Hodge, in pre-calculus, we have Ethan Williams. And in geometry, Jason Sandoval. For Ms. Lopez in geometry, we have Leonardo Sotelo. And for Mesa, Raiden Malik. Mr. Ortega's class, college algebra, Alexia Inzunza Rivas. And for algebra 1, Valeria Alvarado. For Mr. Quintanilla in algebra 2, we have Fernanda Vasquez and Eric Arceo. Mr. Octavio Ortiz, geometry, Katia Valenzuela. AP computer science, Axel Abrica. Intro to computer science, Aiden Fimbres. AP computer science principles, Ethan Williams. For Mrs. Walther, we have AP calculus AB, Greta Osuna Rivera and Joseph Gibbs. For pre-calculus, we have Nathan Elliott, and all-around mathematician is Axel Abrica. Mr. Pettijohn, algebra 2, Samuel Tan. Mr. Scott, algebra 2, Jet Davis. Mrs. Valencia, algebra 1, Thomas Alvarez. And Mr. Arceo, algebra 1, Dominic Miramontes. And algebra support, Melissa Caudillo. So those are our students for math this year. So let's give them a round of applause. Now we're moving on to foreign language, and Mrs. Hauk.
Thank you, Mr. Apodaca. Our foreign language department chair is Mrs. Martinez, and she wasn't able to say the names tonight. So I'm going to say the names for the department. For Ms. Melgarejo, her Spanish 1 class. The winners are Karen Arroyo, Jet Davis, Angelique Graham, Avery Weldon. For Mrs. Melgarejo, Spanish 2, Jamalit Coronel, Gloria Kim. For Mrs. Martinez's Spanish 1 class, we have Addison Holbrook. And for AP Spanish, we have Dana Michelle Lopez Gonzalez. For Mrs. Massey, Spanish 2, we have Eric Curiel. For Spanish 3, Elizabeth Vasquez Salachi. And for Spanish 4, Isaac Mendeville Zavala. Thank you to the Spanish, the foreign language department winners. Round of applause.
Very good. Thank you, Mrs. Hauk.
You're welcome.
Now moving on to science. Mr. Sands, I saw him here earlier. Or there you go, I see you. So Mr. Sands, take it away.
All right, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us in these very interesting times. So here are the science students of the year. So with Miss Beeson in biology, Avery Weldon. Miss Beeson in a Nat Phys, Fausta Lizarde. With Mr. Bendix in chemistry, Natalie Lopez. And Mr. Bendix with biology, Elizabeth Velasquez, sorry. Dr. Kazani, her Nat Phys class is Cedric Estrada. Her biology class is Jason Sandoval. Miss Eakin's biology class, Jet Davis. And Miss Eakin's chemistry class is Elias Bush. Dan Gibbs, for teaching applications, Marissa Wong. And Mr. Dennis Gibbs, AP Physics, Axel Abrica. And his geology class is Marissa Wong. And AP Chemistry class is Sergio Bracamontes Alvarez. Mr. Beso's physics class, Andrew Islas. And my class, AP Biology, Lisa Sim, and Chemistry, Jacob Cianez. And Miss Vanderlinden, Chemistry, Maria Martinez. Congratulations, everybody.
Woo!
Thank you, Mr. Sands. Our next awardees or award recipients will be from social science. Mr. Estes is the department chair for social science, but Mrs. Hauk will be presenting those awards or those names this evening. Mrs. Hauk?
Thank you, Mr. Apodaca. Okay, for Mr. Esses's class, for his AP World History, Maisha Amir. For AP US History, Axel Abrica. For Mr. Garcia's Civics class, Teresa Druitt. And then for Mr. Garcia's Econ class, Kayla Espinoza. For Mr. Shirley's US History class, Victor Paniagua, Danica Terriquez. For Ms. Strom's US History, Julian Escalante. World History, Adriana Chavarria. For Mr. Taylor's Econ Civics, Marissa Wong. And for AP Human Geography, Trinity Guiden. Thank you, guys. Thanks to the winners.
Our next is for Fine Arts and Performing Arts, and the department chair is Mrs. Kathy Tharp. She wasn't able to get in, so we have Mrs. Hauk, once again, who will read these names. Mrs. Hauk.
Thank you, Mr. Apodaca. For the Visual Performing Arts, Fine Arts Department, for Mr. Scurry's Wind Ensemble is Fausto Lizarde. Percussion Ensemble, Nathan Elliott. Music Appreciation, Valeria Rodriguez Moreno. Jazz Ensemble, Idaí Coronel. Color Guard, Gabriel Ponce. For Ms. Peinado's art class, Emily Castro. Art 2, Alyssa Arroyo. For Mr. Scott's chorus class, Avril Sotelo. Advanced chorus, Cassandra Sanchez. Guitar 1, Jonathan Diaz. Guitar 2, Emily Holiday. For Mrs. Tharp, computer graphics, we have Lillian Teran. And our combo class, it's a computer graphics 2 and 3. We have Sydney Solomon. Round of applause for the winners.
Okay, coming up next on the agenda, we have Link Crew, and we have a big Link Crew program, very successful. So reading out those names will be Mrs. Fernanda Mas.
Hi, good evening, everyone. It's Miss Moss. It's so nice to see everyone and everyone laughing and stuff. And have you guys. That's super exciting. So it's going to be a little bit. I have about 70-ish students, so bear with me. So first one, Alexia Alvarado, Caitlin Ariola, Shayna Blackwood, Ariana Carlos, Jonathan Castro, Jimmy Duran, Natalia Elisa Raras, Morgan Enns, Sarah Felix, Aranza Garcia, Faith Garcia, Natalie Gonzalez, excuse that, that was my Alexa in the background. Sorry. Natalie Gonzalez, Armando Gorosabe, Bella Harvey, Mia Hernandez, Dulce Luna, Julian Martin, Kylie McCarty, Kathy Mora, Greta Osuna, George Pacheco, Gabriel Ponce, Ana Paola Rangel, Haley Ray, Giselle Rios, Arturo Rivera, Janice Rivera, Kristen Rivera, Darian Romero, Vanessa Romero, Emilia Sandez, Bethany Sawyer, Kendall Shields, Michael Soria, Brea Spence, Hector Tamayo, Yesenia Ulloa Maldonado, Jonathan Valenzuela, Marissa Wong, Axel Abrica, Christy Alvarez, Malia Amir, Samantha Arevalo, Valeria Banuelos, Cassie Caldwell, Jamie Coronel, Luis de la Torre, Jillian Escalante, Jocelyn Estes, Jeremy Estrada, Edgar Flores, Vivian Gonzalez, Raven Gizar, Jocelyn Gutierrez, Victoria Kaminsky, Asma Kazar, Shema Kazar, Gloria Kim, Gonzalo Macias, almost done, Lily Meneg, Zabdiel Marquez, George Monreal, Genesis Oros, Juliana Ponce, Priscilla Ramos, Trevor Salinger, Livier Sanchez, John Mark Shetler, Nina Simone, Lisa Sim, Lillian Teran, Jocelyn Torres, Michelle Tran, and Caroline Vera. Good job, guys. So these are our link leaders who help our freshmen. Congratulations and good job. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Mas. Up next, we have CSF. CSF presented by Mrs. Hauk.
Thank you, Mr. Apodaca. I'd like to thank Ms. Beeson for being an awesome CSF advisor, keeping this list of kids. It's a long list, guys. I'm going to go through it, but I just wanted to say a little something about CSF. The mission for our CSF, which is California Scholarship Federation, is to recognize and encourage academic achievement and community service among middle school and high school students. The students have rules and deadlines that they have to abide by, or you don't get to be in the chapter. And the students qualify by earning points from a list of specific classes of getting grades of A's and B's. So it's a really great honor to be in CSF. The kids you guys work really hard. We're so proud of you. So I'm gonna go through this list. It's all 4 years. I'm gonna be going on, okay, so bear with me. But for the class of 2020, we have Andrew Aguilera, Caitlin Ariola, Christopher Benedict, Sergio Bracamontes Alvarez, Patrick Bush, Antonio Campos, Kevin Campos, Ariana Carlos, Monique Carrasco, Teresa Druitt, Natalia Lizaraz, Gabriela Esparza, Cedric Estrada, Evan Estrada, Haven Fowler, Zaisel Gacula, Aranza Garcia, Faith Garcia, Pedro Garin, Santiago Garin, Joseph Gibbs, Gemma Gutierrez, Isabella Harvey, Alfredo Charlie Hernandez, Mia Hernandez, Doe Kim, Fausto Lizardi, Erica Marshall, Kylie McCarty, Nadesha Montes, Joseph Murguia, Abigail Ormond, Greta Osuna, George Pacheco, Emily Perez, Melina Pancioni, Franco Ramirez, Ana Paula Rangel, Haley Ray, Janice Rivera, Giselle Rojas, Dylan Sanchez, Emilia Sandez, Bethany Sawyer, Kendall Shields, Michael Soria, Brea Spence, Jonathan Valenzuela, Fernando Villa, Marissa Wong, Eric Zamora. Now for the class of 2021, our juniors, we have Angelica Botti, Axel Abrica, Andrea Acuña, Malia Amir, Kaylee Amparano, Alyssa Arroyo, Gabby Avila, Valeria Banuelos, Ivan Benet, Amelia Brock, Jaslyn Butler, Cassandra Caldwell, Arlene Campos, Hallie Canizales, Zoe Charlton, Jamlet Coronel, Luis de la Torre, Jason Denault, Matthew Dick, Andrew Erickson, Jillian Escalante, Jocelyn Estes, Jalen Fitzpatrick, Martin Fuentes, Felipe Gutierrez, Makaya Hill, Alexandra Ibarra-Reese, Victoria Kaminsky, Gloria Kim, Aurora Leal, Diego Macias, Zudi Malagon, Wilhelmina Meneg, George Manzano Acosta, Luis Mesa, Savannah Murguia, Genesis Oros Valladares, Noel Otis, Victor Paniagua, Eliana Pettijohn, Shakira Ramirez, Priscilla Ramos, Anthony Robbins, Simon Robles, Caleb Rollins, Livier Sanchez, Charlotte Scott, Nina Simone, Lisa Sim, Giovanni Tabares, Lillian Teran, Michelle Torres Briseño, Michelle Tran, Melanie Vera Cacatian, Jasmine Vizcata. Now for the class of 2022, our 10th graders, we have Macy Alexander, Isabella Alvarado, Maisha Amir, Miriam Arias, Caitlin Aviles, Taylor Brinkman, Hannah Briseño, Elias Bush, Esteban Calles, Armando Camarena, Giselle Carrasco, Clarissa Carrillo, Shakina Carrillo, Ariana Chavarria, McKenna Clayton, Megan Curry, Alicia Felix, Denise Figueroa, Diego Fuentes, Estefania Gomez, Kelsey Gonzalez, Chelsea Hauk, Maya Hernandez, Rhea Islam, Lauren Johnston, Audrey Lopez, Natalie Lopez, Nayeli Lopez, Stephanie Martinez, Isaac Mendenville, Julian Mora, Kenya Olea, Garrett Otis, Montserrat Perez, Gerardo Pesqueira, Jonathan Prattis, Molly Quigg, Blanca Ramirez, Manuel Ramirez, Arlene Roacho, Eric Romero, Daniel Salazar, Iceland Sanchez. A lot of students. Good job. Ian Scott, Jacob Sanez, Omari Shelton, Reagan Shields, Caden Struckmeyer, Clarissa Trujillo, Clarissa Valencia, Fernanda Vasquez, Steve Weldon, Bianca Zarate. And for our ninth graders, the class of 2023, David Aguayo, Rafael Aguirre, Daniel Amial, Valeria Arbayo, Eric Arceo, Karen Arroyo, Oliver Avila, Elizabeth Brock, Kylie Bryant, Sofia Cabrera, Kaylee Campos, Amalia Cardona, Diana Castillo, Anthony Cornejo, Hannah Coronado, Idaí Coronel, Patricia Dawn Degalia, Jet Davis, Brianna Denault, Alyssa Diaz, Elias Galante, Viviana Espino, Ryan Fimbres, Jessica Garcia, Sachiko Garcia, Cheney Gomez, Rosa Gonzalez Encinas, Angelique Graham, Trinity Guillen, Fatima Gutierrez, Addison Holbrook, Emily Holiday, Reagan Knight, Alexandra Landeros, Jan Macias, Raiden Malik, Nikki Marshall, Brianna Mendoza, Luis Merancia, Brianna Mesa, Hazel Montoya, Jonathan Moreno, Yomara Moreno, Alejandro Nieves, Natalia Olivas Jimenez, Daniel Ortega, Haley Ann Penhaligon, Emily Phillips, Scarlett Pena, Angela Ramirez, Valeria Ramos, Amy Riley, Jessica Robles, Enrique Romero, Leslie Salgado, Matthew Scheffler, Katia Segundo, Ivana Solano, Avro Sotelo, Samuel Tan, Diego Valencia Tijerina, Areli Valenzuela, Victor Valenzuela, Blanca Vargas, Elizabeth Velasquez Sulachi, and Avery Weldon. That's our CSF for this school year. There's a lot of students, and actually we would like more for next year. Okay, guys, so keep up the good work. Thank you.
Okay, real quick, hey, just a kind of a sidebar, Mrs. Moss and Mrs. Houck, I just sent you a really quick text message with a question, so if you can check that out for me, let me know. You don't have to respond right now, but well, the next order of on the agenda here, we have ASB. And I'm supposed to present our ASB here. Mrs. Beeson, are we okay with that, or did you want to present? Okay, cool. All right. I'll tell you what, our ASB kids, I've been at a couple of schools, and it's not just because I'm here at Imperial, but our kids do an awesome job with all kinds of stuff. And even they've been reaching out during this closure, but I've regretfully haven't been able to put them too much to work because we want to make sure that we don't put them at any risk that we don't have to. So let me just present to you our ASB. Our president is Kendall Shields. Vice President, Erica Marshall. Secretary, Sound Commissioner, Sarah Felix. Treasurer and Special Events, Jonathan Valenzuela. Student Board Member, Sound Tech, Dylan Sanchez. School-wide Activities Director, Gloria Kim. Special Events Lead, Bella Harvey. Advertising Specialist, Casey Caldwell. Special Events Team, Sound Tech, David Bojorquez. Special Events Team, Sound Tech, Eric Romero. Special Events Team, Jamie Coronel. Pep Squad Commissioner, Matthew Dick. Master of Ceremonies and Special Events, Andrew Aguilera. Master of Ceremonies, Pep Squad, Charlie Hernandez. Pep Squad Special Events, Russell Wessel. Pep Squad Mascot, Robert Grijalva. Advertising Commissioner, Lisa Simpson. Advertising Specialist, Nina Simone. Advertising Specialist, Special Events, Elias Bush. Advertising Specialist, Special Events, Gerardo Pesqueira. Freshman apprentice, Fatima Gutierrez. Freshman apprentice, Trent LeBaron. Freshman apprentice, Hirai Coronel. And freshman apprentice is Nikki Marshall. So let's give these awesome ASB team members an awesome round of applause. Okay, coming up here on rounding out the evening here, we have our senior top 20 students. They are in alphabetical order. We keep these in alpha order until final grades are posted at our senior award ceremony to be held a week from tonight. We will also announce top 20, and we will reveal the class of 2020's salutatorian and valedictorian. So in alphabetical order, our top 20, Sergio Bracamontes Alvarez, Patrick A. Bush III, Ariana Carlos, Cedric O. Estrada, Haven M. Fowler, Aranza Garcia, Pedro S. Garin, Santiago A. Garin, Joseph D. Gibbs, Do-Young Kim, Erica H. Marshall, Kylie S. McCarty, Greta G. Osuna Rivera, George Pacheco, Franco A. Ramirez, Janice G. Rivera, Bethany A. Sawyer, Kendall I. Shields, Brea J. Spence, Jonathan Valenzuela, and Marissa C. Wong. Ladies and gentlemen, that is our class of 2020 top 20. Let's give them a round of applause. Well, that rounds off the last of the announcements that we had for this evening. I tell you what, it has been an interesting experience these last several weeks. And I say that, the word interesting, I say it as in a good-natured way. None of us chose this. None of us asked for this situation. From the teachers to the staff to the counselors to the parents to our board of trustees to our superintendent. But I tell you what, we have stepped up and we have risen to the occasion and have worked to get through this adversity. And I really believe that there's nothing that's going to stop us and hold us down. We have to embrace these adverse situations and make the best of them. You know, it really depends on the approach we take to it. If you know me a little bit, you know I love to go to school. And you know that my favorite day is Monday. And today's Thursday. And Monday's still my favorite day because I get to be the principal at the Imperial High School. And I'm truly blessed for that. And I feel truly blessed to work with the teachers and counselors and staff that I have the blessing and the privilege of working with the parents, with the students, with the whole thing. Right now, during this meeting, we realized, and it's my fault, we can only have 100 people in Zoom. This is a good problem. So I'm going to be working to make sure that what we need to do to make sure that we can get those licenses to have a lot of people. Throughout this evening, I'm getting text messages and emails, and I was trying to respond. And to some I did. And at the onset, some parents are obviously, with all right, a little bit upset. But then after the responses, it's like, oh, you know, we understand, and very apologetic. And you have no reason to be apologetic. None at all. If you're upset, if you're angry, call me on my cell phone, send me a text, and let it go. That's what I'm here for. No problem. That goes to everyone. So I just want to say how proud I am of being able to serve at this capacity with all of you. And I look forward to what the next weeks will bring. We have senior awards on Thursday. We have we have the senior bash for any seniors on here. That's happening next week. We sent out an email with the names on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's going to be really cool. We have a virtual ceremony happening on June 5th. I'm going to be sending more information out on that. And we're going to have a ceremonial vehicle procession that's going to knock people's socks off. It's going to be really cool. I really hope that everyone who is a senior makes the choice to participate. If you're a senior on this call right now, I keep referring to the class of 2020 as the courageous class of 2020, because you have had to deal with something that's been unprecedented. And the way that you've handled it, the way you've addressed it is a testament to not only your education and the teachers, but to your families, to your parents, to everyone that has had an impact on getting you to where you are today. We just have the privilege of being able to see you off in a way that's really different than any other class has ever experienced. So if you're class of 2020 and you can just kind of wrap your mind around that opportunity, what a blessing, what an awesome opportunity to be the first class to have to adjust to adversity and participate in something different. Okay? All the other classes before you have been traditional. I get that. But you have the opportunity, the privilege, the blessing of being part of something different. So embrace that. Make the best of it. That's what we do. That's how we work at Imperial High School, Imperial Unified School District, the whole shebang. So once again, I'm going to shut up now because I could talk about Tiger Pride all night long. And tomorrow is Friday. If yearbooks, I'm going to tell you something. I saw something on the chat about yearbooks. Yearbooks are a little bit backed up with the pandemic and with Jostens. So we're waiting. They won't be in when we want them to be in. But as soon as they come in, I'll be reaching out to you and let you know when you come pick those up. But Senior Bash, hey, if you spread the word, seniors, we've sent the email. You can also email me, send me a text message, give me a call. If there's other Tigers and families out there who weren't able to get into the ceremony tonight, we are recording it. We have recorded the ceremony. I'm hoping we can get that link tonight and I can send it off via email tonight. Okay, that way we can watch it at home. Okay, so having said that, I just want you to get after it, make it a masterpiece, and Tiger Pride. Mrs. Howe, anyone have anything else?
No, just really happy for the kids. It's been different, and really appreciate the students that have been emailing us and going on the Google Classroom and just doing what you need to do. We appreciate you, and we miss you. I miss going in and seeing you guys. So. But thank you.
It was great seeing you with your families and smiling, and I would like to see you guys physically. We've already cried. I'm gonna cry right now. But stay safe out there. We're extremely proud of you guys. And we can't wait for those underclassmen to see you next school year. For those seniors, we miss you guys, and we're going to see your graduation. So anything you guys need, reach us Google Classroom, email us, our Instagram, all that stuff. So keep safe. We want to see you guys next year. Thank you.
Tiger Pride, have a nice evening. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe.
Thank you.